here I have Meg. If you follow my Instagram, you'll know who she is. Right now she's a bit dirty. I do have to say, recently my yard was raided, and one of the things that they took was my grooming kit. So I have no brushes at all. I have maybe two. This is on my livery, not my private. So at my private yard I still have everything, don't worry. It's just that here I don't, and I need my brushes down at my other yard, so I can't bring them up here, and I literally have one brush of everything. So because of this, she is pretty dirty, so please just bear with. I am trying to get out somewhere to go and buy a new one. I just not had the chance yet. So other than that, so let's move on. So first, I always use boots. I use boots on all my horses, other than if I'm competing in flat work. Other than that, every single one of my horses has boots on. So first of all, I have Meg's jumping boots. These are the Premier Equine AirTech brushing boots. We use these just because they are very well ventilated and they give her the protection that she needs. She wears 4, however I only have 2 here. I put medium on the front and medium wide on the back, simply because she has odd shaped legs. For cross country and flat work, I use the Fuganza medicine boots. I used to use the Premier Equine AirTech medicine boots, however I didn't find them as durable as these or as supportive, so I found it easier and more effective to use these. These I think I bought for about £20 a pair, and I ride with 2 pairs in size large. Next we have her bridle. So for her bridle I always use 3 different bits. I used to use 4, but that was when I first got her, and she came with a Dutch gag and a French gag. This is because she was quite headstrong, and her roller owners simply just didn't ride her, unless they were going out to competition, so obviously she was still very strong then. Now I just ride her, for flat work, I ride her in a loose ring snaffle. It's more specifically a lozenge, a Newishuel lozenge loose ring snaffle. As well as that I have my French link hanging snaffle. This is used for show jumping, and sometimes cross-country schooling. For some cross-country schooling and also competing in cross-country, I ride her in a Dutch gag. I simply use this because she can just get a bit headstrong, and it can sometimes just be a bit difficult to control her around the course, so it's much easier to use one of these. I don't use any sort of pressure, and also it's just, my bridle is a bit too long, so it's not very harsh on her mouth at all. To go with her bridle, I usually ride her with an ear bonnet, especially when it's coming up to winter. Not to keep her ears warm at all, as I've been told by some people. No, I use them because coming into winter she's going to be a bit more fresh, so she's going to pick up on other noises, and I use ear defender ear bonnets simply because when she's a bit more fresh she's obviously picking up on those noises, so she's more likely to spook. So I do these more to keep her calm. I also wear them all the time for competing, other than in cross country and at pony club, because they don't allow them unless they're under a certain colour, and I don't have normal colours. Lastly, we have my saddle. I use a standard GP saddle on Meg. It has previously been custom made to her, although I did not get that done. It was with her previous owners. This one is a black leather saddle. As I say, it's a GP. It's a little bit dirty at the moment because yesterday we were out doing cross country, but it was muddy, so everything was a bit dirty. So as this, I use a standard leather girth. I use this simply because it's a lot more comfortable for a horse to move in a leather girth. It's a lot more natural for them, so I just use it. I use standard peacock stirrups at the moment, simply because I was coming out of the end of the season, and if I came off I wouldn't want to get my foot stuck, so I use peacock rubber stirrups. But now that we're coming into the winter season, I will be moving back into my full stirrups. I also use a half head on her, simply because her saddle sits a little bit low, and also it provides a lot more, it absorbs a lot more of the impact when we're jumping if I come into a jump a bit wrong. Now that Meg's all tacked up and ready, there's only one thing left to do: get me ready. For riding, I simply use an apricot equestrian shirt because they are light and breathable. I'm also sponsored by them, so go and order from them. As well as this, I will wear dazzling equine riding leggings to keep me nice and cool, and as they are very flexible as well. On top of this, I use my standard Dublin jogger boots. I use these because they are comfortable for my feet and equate to my strange foot shape. And to protect my head, I use a British Riding Club's approved gatehouse hat. I find them very comfortable and they suit my head size very well. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below.